Hey, it's Kelly Sheets, and over the weekend I just felt like there are so many things I want to share, so I thought I would start with one that feels like so foundational. Everything I talk about really is beyond the story. I don't get into the details of stories and situations with my clients. We're more looking at what is the foundation of that? Why? Why do we do that? How can we alter it? What are we intending? How do we begin to take action towards what we want instead of constantly trying to figure out the problems and fix them? It's more like altering our foundation so we're headed in the direction of creating how we want to feel and how we want to experience life. And one of those things that has been so foundational in shifting so much, and actually had always been when I look back at creating an amazing lifestyle, creating freedom, mentally, emotionally, physically in my life. Anytime there was a sense of freedom, I had removed the energy of the state of being of trying. So today I wanted to plant the seed to have you examine where you're trying. Where are you trying to get it right? Where are you trying to understand? Where are you trying to say the right thing or do the right thing? Where are you trying to be the person that would fit the role? Where are you trying to be a good partner, a good leader, a good business owner? Where are you trying to figure it out? Trying to figure it out is so big. So every time there's the energy of trying, if you stop and you realize, what is she talking about trying? It's not the act I'm talking about, because we don't actually try to do something. You either do or you don't. You don't try to ride a bike. You either ride the bike or you don't ride the bike. You either speak the words or you don't speak the words. You don't try in a relationship. Everything's action-based. You're either doing it or you're not doing it. So trying is completely the state of being that occurs. It's this feeling in our system. And trying, if you just take the time to settle down and realize, what does that feel like? It feels like tension. There's this push or this pull or this density and tension. It's a contracted state. It's not a light, all possibility, I know what to do and I have confidence. No, it's a contracted state. So what that means is when we're trying, and I would suggest a lot of us spend an exorbitant amount of time trying. If you just do this one thing, if you become aware of what that feels like in your body, so it may be that you go into a meeting, right? And when you go into the meeting, check your state of being. Am I soft and open and available? Am I ready? Or am I trying to get myself to say the right thing? Or am I trying to pose as a stronger person than I am? Am I trying to figure out what to say? So really just become aware of the state of trying. This basically contaminates. It's such a good word, contaminates, because when we're in the state of trying, it contaminates everything. If you're a creative, right, and you're in a creative business or you're creating in your life, trying is like the enemy of creation. You don't try to create. You create or you don't create. Creation is a state of expansive openness. When we try, there's a tension that rises. There's an efforting that's there, and that contaminates creation. Either you're going to make, the outcome might be there, but it's not going to be the same as if you went with that state of open lightness and just the centeredness within yourself, not the trying to be somebody, not trying to do something, not trying. And often I hear people trying to get it right. When we get down to it, it's like there's a fear of, if I don't do this right, then I'm not going to be enough, or I'm not going to be up to my own standards. I'm not a better person. There's this constant striving that happens, which might actually be that energy of striving is very similar to trying. So you might feel that. So all I'm suggesting is experiment. Feel this state of being and realize, wow, I'm trying, I'm efforting here. What if I went into this conversation with just openness? I'm just going to relax. They're talking, I'm actually listening. I'm soft. Then I can be responsive. Reaction comes from trying. Tension is trying, fear is trying. And so if you're soft and relaxed, that's power, and you can respond. You hear what's happening, you're looking at all the input, and then you're responding. You're not from a state of tension and limitation. So I hope this makes sense. So if all you do is go through your life right now and notice, holy cow, I am spending so much energy trying to get this right, trying to be the person, trying to parent the right way, trying to lead, know the answers, know the right thing to do. What if you just decide, I don't know, for the next 10 days, whatever, if you could do for 24 hours, you'll notice a difference. Pick a time frame and say, I'm going to notice every time that sense of trying enters my body, and I'm going to let it go. And then I'm going to see what happens. Who will I be if I don't have trying in my system? If I'm not bringing that into the conversation, then what would happen? So there's an experiment for you. And I promise you, if you just did this and you got really conscious of your tryingness and you put it to the side, you let it go, your life would feel so much more joyful and so much more effortless. Okay, I hope that's helpful and that it's insightful and something there will kind of click for you and you'll be able to make some easier choices.